Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you're doing good. If you're new here, this is Beyond Waking Realm, where we dive deep into games that hit different. Story, emotion, soul. If that's your vibe, I'd love for you to stick around. Drop a like, comment, or subscribe if you feel called to. Now let's get into it. This one's for Romeo. The one I fought for, the one I couldn't save. After everything, all the fighting, all the lies, I reached him, but I was too late. He wasn't just lost, he was devoured by what this world did to him. And I tried. God, I tried to pull him back. He wasn't just some side character. Even though we fought him briefly in the base game, Romeo had purpose. He had presence. And when I stepped into this final area, after the horrors of the Isle, after walking beside Leia, I thought I could finally protect someone. But he was already breaking, already begging, and I still had to raise my weapon. But what gets me the most is that Arlecchino tried to save him too. The fool, the trickster, the mask behind the mask. He fought for Romeo's soul. And albeit in his deranged and crazy and cynical and serial killer type of way, and in a psychologically, mentally deranged, maybe just possibly he was trying to save him. Even though he's still a murderous puppet, right? And for a moment I thought, maybe we did it. Maybe Arlecchino bought us a miracle. Arlecchino only kind of like did all this charade to fight Leia. Albeit he did a lot of harm. But Geppetto, he ended it. The one man who claimed to be a father, a guide, a creator, he took the final blow. After everything Romeo endured, after all that we endured, Geppetto made sure he never rise again. Oh man, and that's the part I can't shake. Not just the death, but the choice to snuff out something still holding on. To deny Romeo even the chance to try. I didn't just lose Romeo. I lost what little hope I had that this world could be fair. And I felt it. Sitting there in that arena. The weight of failure. Not just as a player, but as a person. I was supposed to save someone, but all I did was survive them. So this one's for him, the one I fought for, the one I lost, the one who made all of this means nothing. The pain, this ache, that's proof he mattered, that he was real, and that I won't forget him. I think that while expressing myself, this video isn't to talk about anything entirely related to the lore, but just tidbits of the lore into how I truly feel at this moment in the process from the base game more, and definitely from the DLC, and then finally to this last moment. And while fighting Arlecchino, and then ultimately somehow, some way, like we couldn't stay any longer. Leia couldn't, give her final words to us, and Romeo was there laying haggardly breathing. We don't know whether how much longer he had to live. We don't know how much Leia had to live, but it was cut down real short when Geppetto showed up. Now, this isn't about a story about Geppetto, so I'm just only glossing over this part. But I wanted to share how I felt in this time and place, and the distraught and the anger and the sadness that I was feeling bottling up for me as we were wrapping this up with this DLC, and that it only gotten sadder because we knew what was going to happen. We knew how somehow, some way, Romeo does die, and that that Geppetto made him into a puppet with his ergo, his soul inside of it. It's just that how they came about it was not what I thought it would be, and that hopefully I was thinking that like after the fight with Arlecchino, that maybe Leia and Romeo took off somewhere and then leisurely, died, and then Geppetto found Romeo's body and so on. At least that's what one could have hoped and wanted for. And that's not what happened. And just knowing the frustration that we endured on a way to help Romeo, but more especially Leia, and that it ended with just not a cliffhanger, but just our feelings cut short because it ended in a very tragic way. And boy, when I tell you that my emotions were like high strung, and I did this all about like 3 a.m, and like I laid in bed after all this, like probably for an hour or so, and just was like, I can't believe this shit. So anyway, as you know, I'm a lazy content creator. I don't really try to edit anything. I might do a little bit things here and there, but for now, starting up, this is going to be my expressing how I feel of stories like this, and not too much of editing, if not any at all. So, but if you enjoy that, we are vibing with me and listening to the story. So thank you so much for being here, beautiful people. Stay tuned. The next portion of my emotions of the next things, that the core feelings of Lied and P. So until next time, stay true to yourselves, beautiful people. Peace.